Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Hypocrisy is a wonderful thing, especially when it's done by a massive hypocrite like Keir Starmer, a man who's constantly pushing Labour's policy of net zero, of saving the planet, of being the new environmental Jesus. And so he's going off to COP30 in the rainforests of South America, where there's many, many dangerous animals and snakes and insects. I was in the rainforest of South America and I had a local guide, and we're on this boat and we're going up the Orinoco. And he said, "Mind out for that snake." I said, "What snake?" He said, "The snake right in front of you." "What snake?" And he reached out and he grabbed a snake that was literally that far from my face. Let me tell you, if you go into the rainforest, you're going to die. You don't last 24 hours because it isn't just the snakes. It's the scorpions, the crocodiles, the jaguars. One of them roared. You didn't hear it so much as feel it. It was so low it wobbled through your body. It was marvellous. Frightening, but marvellous. But as I say, it's the sort of place that if you take a few feet, off the beaten track, as it were, you're not going to survive. And we're sending him there. So you can but hope, can't you? Anyway, why is he a hypocrite? Well, of course, he's going there to talk about net zero. He's literally flying halfway round the world to go up a rainforest to talk about net zero. This will be his 40th foreign trip in just 16 months. He has done more damage to the environment than anyone else. He's done so many air miles, over 1 million air miles now, since becoming Prime Minister. Now, he's going to do another 10,000 miles just on, he hasn't done 1 million miles, but it just must seem like it. But this is going to be nearly 10,000 miles back and forth. As he's going to push this Britain's efforts for trying to become a net zero country. Dear heavens to Betsy. He wants to be a global leader for climate action and green growth. Why? If you truly want to show your green credentials, Starmer, sit in your little office in number 10 and put your Zoom on and do it by Zoom. And if they all did it by Zoom, they'd be all like, "Hey, look at us saving the planet by not flying in huge delegations of 50 or 60 people halfway round the world at first class, staying at the best hotels and all paid for by the people." But that wouldn't make him feel important, would it? What an absolute bellend this hypocritical, childy, abusing wanker is. And yes, I can actually say he's a child abuser. There's no problem with that, because of his actions and inactions. He's not investigating things. He's talked about things in the past, and he's talked about his kids and things. So yeah, we've actually proved that in the past. I'm not saying sexual abuse. No, that'd be quite wrong. But he is a child abuser, one way or another. But anyway, he's also going to the G20 in Johannesburg a little while later, a week later. So that's 41, isn't it? Yeah, another one halfway around the world. 41. Unbelievable. What a prick this man is. Saving the planet, though. I tell you, his champagne bill is going to be huge, isn't it? And then, of course, once he gets back from that, he's got another one. He's going to be back to Germany. He's going back over to the Ukraine. And then he's going to go to the US again for the United Nations. So, he'll have had more takeoffs and whatever than any other prime minister in history. It's unbelievable, isn't it? But then on the other hand, he doesn't like being in Britain, does he? Because everyone in Britain's going, Keir Starmer's a wanker. We're going to have to teach the locals in Brazil how to sing that, Even if they're singing it in Portuguese, he only has to hear the tune. He'll know. Everywhere he goes, he's going, "Oh, that's that popular song by the White Stripes." What a wanker. Thanks very much.